there was a rumor that the far right will enter Bradford city centre. Based on that, young Asian Pakistani lads rioted against the police and some of them were sentenced up to 25 years. Don't make that mistake. Don't allow the far right to provoke you into violence for which you will be sentenced for tens of years in jail. It's not worth it. With regard to the far right are cowards. They throw acid on women's faces. They attack people who are isolated. They won't come for this crowd. They're not going to arrive here. They're going to go for isolated individuals. They're going to go for women. They pull off women's hijabs. They're a bunch of cowards that only go for isolated individuals. So there's no need for us to cover our faces. Why I'm mentioning the covering faces, because we're not carrying out any crimes. We're not doing any crime. We're not going to violate the police. We're not going to throw anything at the police. The agenda of the far right is to make Muslims violent. We will not be violent. We will not reciprocate their violence, and we will not behave like football hooligans, because that is what we are not. We're not a bunch of drunk football hooligans. You understand? We're Muslims. So that's the message for today, that we don't need to behave the way they behave. And as Umar Mukhtar, the Mujahid of Libya, said regarding the Italian fascists, that they are not our teachers. They do not instruct us how to behave. Like the IDF doesn't teach us how to treat civilians. The IDF kills children, we do not kill children. The IDF rape, we do not rape. And the far right is also using the propaganda of the child grooming gangs. I'm saying to you, any child grooming gangs, what they are presenting, they won't mention all the other grooming gangs that happen here in Birmingham amongst the white people as well. Of course, that's disproportionate, but they make it out that every single Pakistani youth is a groomer of young white girls. That's false propaganda. Those grooming gangs, you know what happens to them in Sharia law. You know what happens to groomers and pedophiles in Sharia law. So I'm just diffusing that one, that they spread that our young Pakistani males are groomers and pedophiles. You know what happens to them in prison as well.